Welcome to TRADEREP. This is Short Hammer. It is the 3rd of June 2019, and we're looking at the SPY. Now on Friday, we closed at 275.27 on the SPY. Now what we want to look for is what do we do around these lower supply demand zones. We're pushing down. We have definitely momentum to the downside. And the last pullback from the 281s, it looks as if we bounced in the 272s, or should I say, 270, 274, 272.39 supply demand zone. We bounced, had a nice bounce here. This is a little bit different because we're falling with more force from a higher price point. But we should watch for a bounce in the 270, 274, 270, 39 area. Now the futures opened up and we did see a sell-off down to the 27.32 area. But once we got there, we did bounce. But we've been unable to get above this 274.10, above this supply demand zone. So even though we went down to the 273.20s, we bounced, and we're sort of pinging around between the 273.20s and the 274.10s. So we'll see if we break below that. I think we go one way or the other. I think it probably will be to the downside, but we have to wait to see. We don't want to anticipate. But let's see what happens around the 270, 274 area if we bounce here. If not, are we going to go down to this next level, the 270.27 by 269.78? So the SPY is interesting as far as how far will we go before we get a nice bounce up into a oversupply area or resistance, and then we'll see weakness coming in and then drop from that area down, and maybe we see more downside there. But I'll be expecting some sort of a bounce to come in at one of these levels to sort of just a little bit of buying, a little relief bounce, dead cat bounce, whatever you want to call it. I do expect a bounce to come in. Just looking at this 272.20, 272.40s. This is like an interesting area where we may see a bounce, or potentially this level. But we have to wait and see. There's a lot of rhetoric, a lot of information flowing about the trade wars and the trade disagreements and the issues there. So we just have to be careful. But remember, usually you see a sell like pulse impulse. So don't think that this selling is going to be nonstop to the downside. We should expect a bounce to come in at some point that squeezes back to the upside, but at any point we can sort of top out, hit an oversupply area, and then you see selling come in and drive us back down to the downside. But don't assume that this selling is going to be nonstop. Assume at some point we're going to base, the buyers will step in, and we'll see a technical bounce of some sort. That does not mean go out and buy calls expecting a technical bounce, but wait for the buyers to come in, and once they step in, then just follow the crowd. If they're bouncing it, we're going up, follow the crowd up. We hit an oversupply area, we start to go back down, follow the crowd down. It's cool because we have our levels that we're watching, so we'll know if at a specific level we're seeing buying step in and we're starting to curve and go back to the upside. The other interesting thing is that we had a few alerts this week. So Chart Tech alerted ANTM, took it from 128 to 340. He did have more that he sold, I believe, at a higher point or at a lower point, but this is the one that I saw. Dave Trader hunting BYND. Dave Trader grabbing BYND at 78.29. Dave Trader selling BYND at 102.31. Nice run there. Elisa alerting ELTK that it's back testing a key level. ELTK bouncing. It's at the 959, or at least it's saying 959 is the next level if we hold. we're at 959, and a break and hold of that, we see the 10. We can see the 1050 sort of walking us through this trade, and we saw the 1050. F White 99, grabbing SPY calls as the market was selling. We thought he was crazy, but he was 100% right. Selling those calls, the 278s from 122 to 177, the 282 from 12 to 14. Quantum alerting JNUG, getting in around 5 cents, 6 cents. Looks like it's different strikes, but 5 cents what he paid. Exiting those JNUGs from 5 cents to 37 cents with a ton of contracts. So that worked out pretty good for him. So that's just a few of the alerts, trades, and setups that we had for the week. We had a bunch more, but I didn't kind of want to swamp this video with a bunch of alerts. If you'd like to trade with us, click on the link in the descriptions pane and just come on over to TRADEREP and trade with us and see how we go about our day, helping our team and our family just make money. The entire group, all of us, we're all about great setups, great entries, and just helping those that are trying to learn and trying to figure out new strategies be profitable and be green and just make money in this market.